All right, what's good, people? Welcome to another live match review on the Hotspur News channel. Today, there's no Josh. He can't join tonight, so this evening we're joined by Bodhi, who you guys have seen a couple of times on the channel before. But yeah, yesterday was an absolute shock of a day. I was there. I don't think we're going to bring out the match day vlog because I don't want to. It's a bit depressing to watch it, if I'm being honest. But yeah, it finished Tottenham 0, Wolves 2 at a Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, and I'm not gonna lie. Although both goals we gifted to Wolves, I thought they deserved the win. I thought they played absolutely exceptional, both at the back and to us when they had the ball, they did create chance out of it. Us, on the other hand, my God, I just don't know how you can go from playing like that against Brighton to losing against Southampton and Wolves in the space of a week. I guess it's just a roller coaster that you have to go through when you support Spurs. But just before we get into our thoughts on the player ratings, let's just take you through the two lineups. This is the Spurs team. Scroll across the bottom as you can see here. So we made 3 changes from the Southampton game. Emerson was dropped for Doherty. Session came in for Reguilon. I don't know why really, because Reguilon wasn't injured and he was on the bench. And obviously Bentancur made his full debut and he replaced Højbjerg, who I thought needed a rest really because he's played literally every game you can think of recently. So those are the changes. This is the Wolves team. Jose Sarr in goal. Wolves also played a back five of Jose Sarr, Ait-Nouri, Saiss, Cody, Kilman and Semedo. A middle three of Kundal, who made his debut, I think. I've never heard of him. I think that was his debut. Neves and Dendoncker. And they had 2 up top of Podence and Jimenez. Of course, it's typical Spurs, isn't it? Jimenez is so off form and he scores against us in the first 5 minutes of the game. It's just, it's unreal. But yeah, Bodhi, 2-0 loss. City away next week. We're currently sitting 8th place. It's not looking good, is it?
Nah, it's not. We're probably going to get absolutely destroyed. It won't be a fun game to watch unless, obviously, we surprise them like we've done every other game against them. Hopefully,
Yeah.
Donny turns up and all. But one of the main things from the past games that we've been missing has been our lack to take away the chances, especially in beyond the final third around the penalty spot. Because I saw Bentancur slipped into fantastic passes to Kane and Son, which both they missed.
Yeah.
You can't be having that. If you're going to beat a team like City next week, who will be playing very well, obviously, like they usually are, you got to be taking away those chances now. And whether that happens or not, I really don't know. It's all down to the team selection. If the defense is strong enough, then the attackers will have more confidence to put the shots away. The more shots they put away, the more goals, the better. But it all builds from the foundation, the defense. And our defense has been so shit every time. That's why we've been losing. It's been the defense. And if you can build off a good defense and you can build off winning games, and I think a main thing we're missing right now is Dyer. Who would have thought you would say it, but we're missing Dyer. Yeah. Not to mention Emerson and Doherty are absolute done. You should have signed that Spence guy when we had the chance. Obviously, Adama more so, but like as a last resort, you shouldn't be missing out on a player like Spence, who is naturally a right wing back. You need a new wing back because they can't play for shit. And Conte likely mentioned this, so it's down to the team selection. It's whether you choose who do you want, shitter. That's basically what it is. Or you could choose to go for a youth player. You could stick Harvey White in there. I've seen him play right wing back.
I was saying that at half time. Like, get Winks off, and just get Harvey White on. Like, I mean, it can't be any worse than what I've got out there already, innit? And then, well, essentially, I think this last week has been once again, a reality check, really, because let's be real, Emerson's not good enough. Doherty's not good enough. Sanchez, oh my God, why was I praising Sanchez before? He's not good enough. Davis isn't good enough. Winks isn't good enough. See, look, four players that need to go are starting in a massive game that probably me and Josh said this in the preview. Probably the biggest game of the season so far yesterday, because yesterday was our chance to get near that top 4 spot, and we balled it. And and to be honest, like, I'm not going to go in on the Reece because he saved us countless times this season. Like, it's going to happen one game, innit? It was just a shame in that one. But also someone else I've missed in that midfield, Oliver Skip.
Absolutely, yeah. So he's the common denominator in the entire midfield. Without him, it looks unbalanced. It doesn't matter who's playing. Skip and Højbjerg, they're 50-50. If they're both playing well, then they can work. But
Yeah,
the Højbjerg's going through a weird season, and Skip, while he's been his best season at Tottenham, under Conte, he's still 50-50. You don't know where he's going to turn up or not, and he hasn't turned up for the past couple of games.
yeah,
Probably because Oliver Skips has complemented him so well when they're
yeah,
playing. And I have no doubt, despite how badly Winks and Bentancur played together, not as individual performances per se, but together, they didn't look like they suited each other very well. I have no doubt with Skip in there and playing a midfield three, them three would be dominant.
yeah,
One of the better midfields in the Premier League. Bentancur looks like an absolute wonder player, and you
yeah,
can't deny it. He,
yeah,
he put what was it, 3 key passes during the game, 2 in the second half, 1 in the first. What the 2 of which was the one to Kane, which hit
yeah,
off San's legs, and then the other one was to Sonny, which was a bad first touch on him. It's all about the clinicality at the end of the day. When you have
yeah,
someone playing passes like that for you have to be taking the chances away. That without a doubt, it doesn't matter how good of a player you are, they have to be taken away 100%. So it's just a case of getting back to the training ground and putting away those chances, which was the main problem with the past few games, haven't been able to score goals,
mm.
but also defending. You may as well, at this rate, you may as well give this what's his name, Paskdowski or whatever his name is, the oh
Oh, the youth player, yeah, yeah, so something like that, yeah.
him. He seemed decent enough when he did play. So, and we can't get shitter than what we have. So why not give them a shot? You know what I mean? Give these
I
youth
know,
players a shot. They're hungry to play. They play, they'll give you 100%, whether that's good or bad. If they
yeah.
lose the ball, they'll win it back straight away. They're not lazy. You see, when
Mm,
Doherty was playing that game, all I saw every single time he had the ball, it was either a pass back or a pass to Winks. I didn't see a single bit of forward play from him at all.
yeah,
And that's because the left wing back had him up in his locker. I just says, what the hell is this guy doing? Get him off. He's not
yeah,
doing shit. You may as well switch it to a back four, add an extra midfielder in there, and then make it a 4-3-3 or something. You can't be doing that. You can't be doing that in games.
yeah,
What I'm saying. So I was saying, as crazy as it is, you may as well take off Doherty, stick in Tanganga, put him at right back, and then it can integrate into a back three when Sessegnon goes up the field.
yeah. Yes, basically, this guy here, Wayne Bonner, said we should change to a 3-5-2, and we did that against Leicester in the 3-2 win. I think that could work. Like, I'm not entirely sure if it will work. Like, having a middle three of Højbjerg, Bentancur, and Skip, like, I just don't know if that will completely work out. Like, I guess it's worth giving it a shot in one of the games, but I think in the Leicester game, we had Lucas and Kane up top because Son was injured, obviously, for that game. And I thought, in the first half against Leicester, we were absolutely brilliant going forward. And I think that two up top really helps it. Like, do you think, like, for the City game, because actually, coming to think of it, before the Southampton game, whilst we're walking to the stadium getting food and that, my brother said we should try the 3-5-2 again because it worked against Leicester. So, do you think we should try it for the upcoming games?
Yeah, absolutely. The main reason why it worked so well when we did play is because it really complemented having extra dominance in the center of the park. Because as you
Yes,
saw in
right.
the game, we have two midfielders where they're putting crosses in, we header it out, and there's only two midfielders. We lose the ball instantly. With that third player in there, extra pressure in the center of the park, you can let them take it more wide. But at the end of the day, I would sacrifice a forward player for a midfielder to shore up the defense. And a two up top really does complement Kane very, very well, especially when it's Kane and Son. Anyone else can do as well, but when you have someone as good of a finisher as Son being played in behind by Kane and Bentancur and whatnot, you have to take it into strong consideration. So why not? You may as well give it a shot if it works. So
Yeah. Yeah, all right. Anyways, we're going to go on to the player ratings real quick just before we round off this match review. So let's start off with Lloris. I mean, this is an interesting one because, like, I'm not gonna lie, like, it is a very weird way to look at it because Lloris, like, it was his fault for both goals, but then once again, if it wasn't for him, it would have been 4 or 5. So, like, I don't know what to give him really.
Hmm.
What would you give him out of 10?
I'd give him a 3.
I was gonna, yeah,
Um,
that sounds about right, really. Yeah,
it is quite a harsh score for some of the saves he did make, but at the same time, you're looking at it and you're thinking that Lloris was partly involved with both of the mistakes of the goals. Like, and this, what was it? The second one, the one where he punched it.
that pass for the second goal to Davis. Oh my,
Oh no, okay, no, he was involved in both. Oh
he
no,
was.
the first one where he punched it out. Like, why aren't
Yeah,
you
yeah.
catching that? That's such a catchable
Yeah,
one. I
that
know
was
he's
the
trying
worst
to.
one. The first one, it was the worst one. He literally had all the time in the world. There was literally no one around him. Jimenez was on the 6 yard box. He was on the line. The ball was at him. He flaps it out like he's playing volleyball, like to Jimenez. He punched it straight at him. He literally gifted a goal 5 minutes in. And then the second one, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna lie, I've said this for time. But the Reese's weakness is when he has the ball at his feet. Because you notice, for example, the Southampton game, when he tried to cross turn ins and he ended up scoring an own goal. Like two
Yeah,
years ago. Yeah, I've said it for time. The Reese's weakness is the ball at his feet. Like he's not good with it. But
no, yeah. Because every time he kicks the ball up the pitch, I'm thinking, why the hell are you doing that? Play it short if you can. Because there's always options, and he wants to kick it up the field, but we lose it instantly every time. But the first one, like, why aren't you catching it? I'm sorry, why aren't you catching it? Why are you punching it? You should be catching that. It's a catchable cross. You punch it out, and it lands right to the person you don't want it to. And then the
yeah,
second one, what was going on?
I
Such
know.
chaos. I actually missed the second one because I was in the room. I was in the kitchen. I was getting a cup of water. I was thinking, okay, we can come back. I come back in the room and I see Connor, no, Dendonka going absolutely mad. And I just think, oh no, what happened? Because last time I checked, the ball was being passed back to us. So it's like, there's no way an attack could have built up. It surely came from a mistake. I looked over the replay and went, what? This is literally what I done. Standing right in front of my dad and went, what the fuck? You know,
Yeah,
Lloris kicking it out to Davies, like that pass was horrendous. And then Davies almost even worse. You got to clear it up and you're not clearing it up. So it was nothing worked there. I kind of felt sorry for Romero. Actually, I really
yeah,
felt sorry for Romero. It was basically a 3v1 in every single game that was played, every single chance that was created from them. So
yeah.
yeah, low rating from Davies and probably even lower from Davies and Sanchez and Doherty.
Okay, we'll get into those quickly, right? Okay, so let's just very quickly go through this defence. So Doherty, let's get straight to the point. Would you give him out of 10 so we can move on quickly?
0.
Right, okay. All right, 0, yeah. All right, yeah. I was going to say 2, but all right, fair enough, 0. Sanchez.
Probably a 2.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, yeah. Same as Doherty. Both were as bad as each other, really. Romero.
Probably I'd give him a 6, 7,
Sorry,
6 or 7 maybe.
6 or 7. All right. Yeah, yeah. I was gonna say 7 out of 10. Like, he's literally our only good defender. He's our only
Yeah,
good defender. It just says it all.
Davies.
Really.
Davies.
Yeah, Davis. Oh, to be honest, like apart from that interception, like I don't know what I don't know what he did wrong. Like I can't think.
I'd give him a 4 because he was right. If you think about it this way, he done nothing really that wrong other than chance. If you're giving Lloris 3 and he made 2 mistakes, and it's only right to give Davies 4 or 5 if he only made 1.
Yeah, yeah. He falls about right, really. Yeah, 4 out of 10. And should we give Ryan for Sessegnon or not? Because he was on the pitch for like 25 minutes.
I give him a 4 as well. He didn't do much, but when he did, it was better than Doherty. It was forward passing, it was forward play, but unfortunately he didn't defend, so
Yeah.
it didn't work. So I'd give him a 4.
Yeah, I was saying it before the game. Like Sessegnon needs to work defensively. Like, for example, that free kick like he gave right on the edge of the box, silly. And yeah, I know it sounds harsh, but I'm giving him a 3. Like he was absolutely dreadful. Like I'm not gonna lie, he was better than Doherty because he was better than Doherty because I gave Doherty a 2. But trust me, he was still really poor. So I'll give him a 3. All right, Winks.
Well, oof, tough. I don't think right. I don't think there's something really bad about his game. Like overall, I just think he Bentancur and him just don't complement each other whatsoever. They're so similar players, they just don't work, and I don't think they will unless one develops their game, which I don't think Winks will do because he's so naturally gifted in that specific role that he plays. And Bentancur is just a baller. I would not want him to change the way he's playing at the minute. So I'd give Winks probably a 5. And I'd give Bentancur a 7. And although he didn't do much in the midfield, he played, what was it, 3 key passes through, and they were chances that should have been put away. So you can't, whether it doesn't matter how bad a player plays, if they create chances, you have to give them marks for it because they should be taken away.
Yeah. Well, I'm not gonna lie, I'm very surprised you gave Winks 5 out of 10 because I was gonna give him a 2. Like, trust me, I was there, and I counted. He lost possession in the middle of the park 3 times in the first half. Like, his passing accuracy, like for example, like the final pass, he didn't get one final pass right. Lost possession a few times in the first half. Like, and to be honest, to be honest, most of the fans, a good 90% agree with me on a 2 out of 10. But yeah, but Bentancur on the other hand, I'll give Bentancur a 6.5 because I think he was better against Southampton, Brighton, but I think he was the only player in the middle of the park that was putting his body about and trying to create something, you know. And I thought still he was pretty good, but he was still pretty good. And like you said, he made a few good passes to his Son and Kane, which they couldn't finish. But that's good for him, you know. So I'll give him a 6.5. It's just a pretty good performance rate, and definitely starting for the upcoming games as well because we need creativity. All right, front 3. All right, Lucas Moura.
I give Lucas a 5. I didn't really see him do much, so you know.
He asked me with 4 out of 10. Needs to step up his game a bit. Like, I'm kind of getting to the point where I'll give Bergwijn a shot, really. But yeah, 4 out of 10 for Lucas. Son,
I give a 4. I mean, he didn't do much. Also, I think he done about the same amount as Moura, plus missed that big chance. So I could only in my mind I could only give him a lower rating than Moura.
yeah, I'm giving him a 3. Like, I love Son. He's one of my favourite players, but to be fair, he has just come back from injury. But on Wednesday and yesterday, he was so off it. But 3 out of 10. Like, I love him, and I know he's going to come back soon. But yeah, 3 out of 10 for yesterday. And finally, Kane.
I think Kane was the best of the forwards. He definitely he missed the chance, obviously, but you know he did create at times. I saw a few really nice switch up plays, passes, especially to the right hand side. Well, obviously Doherty passed back, but you know still you know made some good passes and you know should have put the chance away. But I'd give him a 5 out of 5. I'm sorry, 5.5 or a 6. That's what I would do.
Yeah, I was going to give Kane a 5. Like, although he was our best forward, he still wasn't great. And to be fair, on Wednesday, he was probably our best player along with Romero. But yesterday, compared to Wednesday, like his passing and his hold-up play was just so off. And obviously, he missed that chance in the second half, which was quite difficult to be fair. And you expect the keeper to save it. But in terms of his hold-up play and his passing and his long passing, I think he only made one accurate long pass, and that was early on in the game. So I agree with you. Like, he was our best forward, but he still didn't have a great game. So 5 out of 10 is about right, really. Very quickly, get on to the substitutions. Right, Kulusevski, what do you give him?
He did absolutely zilch. I'd give him a 4 or 5. He did essentially nothing except for miss that chance, which was a tough one to take. But still, I'd give him a 5 or a 4. For 4.5, he did absolutely nothing. He hasn't really done anything in the games he's played. Hope to see more from him, to be honest, because he hasn't done much.
I was going to say 5.5, mainly because of his performance in the second half. I agree. First half, he wasn't good. His touch was off. But second half, when he started into that cam position, I thought he was quite good. And obviously, he just missed that chance that just went wide. It was quite unlucky, to be fair. But I thought second half it was quite good. Like I thought second half, like, especially in that cam role, I thought he was pretty good, and his passing became a lot better in the second half. His touch than that, but in the first half, I agree, he was really poor. But second half, he did make up for it, so I'll give him a 5.5. Stephen Bergwijn, I'm just going to give a 5 because he brought him on last 10 minutes, but I didn't have much time to impact the game. You can give a 5 as well, or?
Yeah, he didn't do anything.
Yeah, so we should both give him 5. Didn't have much time. Emerson Royale, I'll give him a 5 as well. He came on like last 3-4 minutes plus added time, so again didn't have very much time to, I guess.
Why he come on? Did he? Was it the dog too?
Yeah, dumb and dumber, really, isn't it? So yeah, 5 out of 10 for him as well. So yeah, I think that's going to round up the the match review. Obviously, our next game is against Man City. Help me, man. Man City away. So there's going to be a match review coming for that on Friday. Obviously, we do this the day before a match day. We would do a match review, so expect that. Obviously, and also let us know in the comments or on Instagram. Obviously, the Champions League is back this week, so obviously DM us or put in the comments below if you want us to do a few Champions League watch-ons because them watch-ons banged up last season. So yeah, so let us know if you want to do more of them. Obviously, guys, see you for the match review preview. Against Man City on Friday. I'm not excited, but thank you guys for watching, and we will see you next time. And